Hello everybody, how are you all? I hope you guys are doing absolutely awesome. So am I. My name is Pritesh and I'm your trainer from Learnbay, welcoming you to this very informative, very amazing, very innovative and an eye-opening session on DevOps. DevOps sounds like a crazy word because this is a combination of two words, that is development and operations, and it has made the work of industries super easy and very makhan smooth, right? So in this session today we are going to understand what exactly do you mean by DevOps and the benefits of DevOps. So first let us explore the definition of DevOps. So let us begin learning with Learnbay, where we understand the definition of DevOps. Don't get scared by looking at the length of the definition. We are going to break it into as simple words as possible and we are going to understand in the most easiest manner, right? So basically DevOps, as I told you, it is a combination of development plus operations. It is development plus operations, right? Now, two different processes of developing and operating it, developing and executing a software. These two have been combined to make the job easier for both the creators as well as for the users. And that is why DevOps has come up as a single field today, because they are two operations which can be merged together. Two operations that can be merged together and they can work together. So it becomes a win-win situation both for the provider as well as for the user, right? So it is a combination of development plus operations, and it is an approach in software development. You are developing a software and you are operating that software, and it focuses on collaboration, automation and continuous integration, continuous delivery to improve the speed and quality of software development, right? So what we are doing, basically we are integrating development, we are integrating operations so that you get efficient deliveries, so that you get efficient collaboration, so that you get efficient automation, so that you get efficient integration, so that you get a good speed and a good quality of the software. Then the software is not only developed but it is also deployed very efficiently, right? And as I told you, it is a amalgamation. So it acts as a bridge. It acts as a bridge that will connect the developers who make apps for IT professionals and also deploy them, ensuring they work together seamlessly. So what is it doing? Basically, it is connecting the people who develop the app and the IT professionals who manage the app. So it is basically a bridge between the creators and the users. It is basically a bridge between the creators and the users. DevOps is a bridge between the creators and the users. Why? So that the software can be created seamlessly, it can be created efficiently and it can be used efficiently, right? The development and the operations both have joined hands together so that the experience for both the parties becomes very beautiful. And now let us look at DevOps in cloud computing. We already have understood what exactly is cloud computing, right? It is, it is the delivery of computing service. It is the delivery of the computing services over the internet, right? Servers, software, right? Data, databases, networking, intelligence, analytics. So when you think of DevOps, like the creators and the users as a team, where the people who create apps and the ones who make sure that apps will work very well when they come together. So the people, those who create the apps and the ones, those who check the working of the apps, right? So somebody in the kitchen makes, cooks a biryani, and then there are people who taste whether the biryani is perfect or not. These two people work together. So imagine the one who is cooking is only tasting. So they have sort of integrated both the roles, the developers and the executors. When you consider them as a team, the people, those who are making and the ones, those who are looking at the operations, it's like a group project where everyone is working together from start to finish, rather than doing their parts separately. This teamwork makes everything faster and better. So the ones who are creating the app and the ones, those who are checking whether the app is perfectly working or not, the ones, those who are executing the app, they work together so that the user has a perfect experience, right? Then cloud computing is like having a huge toolbox. It's like having a huge toolbox on the internet, and it has all kinds of tools and machines to use without having to own them. You can access these tools from anywhere, just like you can watch a movie online instead of buying a DVD. So basically what they are doing over here, it is like having a toolbox. You know what is cloud computing? We have discussed it earlier also. Cloud computing basically gives you that benefit, it gives you that leverage where you can access to so many different services without actually purchasing them. You can access so many different software, so many different features of hardwares without actually purchasing them. Right? Then DevOps in the cloud. What is the role and the function of DevOps in the cloud? So when you mix DevOps with cloud computing, it is like having a super efficient online workspace. Here the app making team can use the fancy tools in the cloud to create, test and manage the apps easily and quickly. So as a user, as somebody who wants to work on MS Word but I don't have the Microsoft Office paid version, I can still use certain features of Microsoft Word without actually purchasing the Microsoft Office, right? So I'm an individual and I'm using it with the help of the cloud, right? Or I'm using certain features of Canva, right? So this is my relationship with cloud. Now consider that I am somebody who is developing and operating an app. What will be my relationship with the cloud? So the cloud will give me a chance to explore, test, evaluate, analyze, experiment with my app using different features available on cloud. So now I can, do a lot of things with my app with the help of the features that are available on cloud. So it becomes like a very, very amazing, super efficient setup where the DevOps, that is me, and the cloud, which is a huge, limitless, infinite space, they both are coming together. The DevOps is taking help from the cloud and utilizing it to test its app, right? So it can create, test and manage the apps. Now when I talk about enhanced collaboration, it emphasizes on in the cloud, the DevOps team can work together from anywhere. Just like how you might work on a group project using an online document. Everyone can see it and do their part in real time, which avoids confusion and delays. Now when I say that DevOps, they are working as a team, which means there are multiple people involved. When there are multiple people involved and they are working as a team, which means everybody is taking care of some or the other task, right? And when everybody is taking care of some or the other task, it is not always necessary that they all will be in the same geographical location. They might be at different locations, but they are working together on the same app. So how is that possible? That is possible because of collaboration, right? And this collaboration is enabled with the help of cloud. So I have 4 developers, I have 4 operation people, 8 people in the entire DevOps working on an app called, say, P for Pritesh, working on an app called Pritesh, right? Now these 8 people are sitting in 4 different countries, right? Scattered in 8 different locations of 4 different countries. But still they are working on Pritesh successfully. How? With the help of collaboration. What makes collaboration possible? It is the cloud, right? So cloud makes the collaboration possible, which is used by the DevOps people to work on the app. So that is why collaboration has also been made very, very easy with the help of DevOps in cloud computing. Then we look at automation and tool integration. So when I talk about automation and tool integration, so cloud has got special tools that can automatically do the repetitive task in app making, like checking for mistakes or preparing the app for users. It's like having a robo assistant to do boring work so the team can focus on more interesting stuff. Sometimes, you get this pop-up that this particular app is using too much of your data. Is anybody telling your phone to go and check that which app is using more data? No, it is being done by the cloud on its own to help you to understand that, hey bro, this particular app is using a lot of data. Now you take a call whether you want to continue or whether you want to uninstall the app or whether you want to do something about it. Your memory is getting full or your memory is utilized a lot. Please clear some space or buy more storage. Does, is Google, there is somebody sitting there at Google office and checking that, oh, Pritesh's email, has, utilized a lot of memory. Pritesh is my very good friend. No, I should tell him that, Pritesh, too much memory is used. You either clear up some space or you buy the storage. No, it is being done on an automated mode by the bot, by the AI, right? And that is what cloud does. So when I take the same examples in terms of DevOps team and cloud, the cloud helps the DevOps to do a lot of tasks which are repetitive without their involvement. The cloud takes care of it. It helps them to detect errors. It helps them to understand the obstacles. It helps them to understand any kind of hurdles in their working. And that is how we call it automation and tool integration. With the help of cloud, the work of DevOps is becoming smooth. Whether it is collaboration, whether it is, checking any kind of bugs or any kind of fixes, or whether it is, doing the repetitive tasks on its own, right? So that is how cloud is helping the DevOps to run the show very, very seamlessly. Then we talk about scalability and flexibility. If an app suddenly gets a lot of users, the cloud can quickly provide more power to handle them, just like if you can turn up the volume when more friends join your music party. We discussed this when we were talking about cloud, that suppose you make a website and there is suddenly a lot of traffic, the website does not crash. You have this chance, you have this option to scale up your website features so that so many users can be accommodated. The same happens in case of DevOps and cloud. If there are millions of users on your app, the app does not crash because cloud gives the DevOps the opportunity to understand the traffic and similarly upgrade the app to a way that it can handle a very, very huge volume of traffic as well. And that comes as scalability. You're scaling up your app, you're scaling up your website to accommodate the traffic. Then rapid deployment and innovation. With cloud computing, the DevOps team can update apps so quickly. So if there is a new feature or a fix needed, it can be done super fast, keeping users happy. So now with the help of cloud, your apps can be updated regularly. You don't need to again engage your entire team in the update. With the help of cloud, these updates can be done on an automation mode. These updates can be taken care of, and when an app gets updated, there are many different features that get accommodated in the new update, which enhances the user experience. So cloud is like the best friend of DevOps. It's telling like, don't worry, all is well, all is well, all is well. You don't worry, I'll take care of everything. You create the app, you develop the app, you get it operated, after that I'll take care of it, right? So basically, you get the groceries, you make the biryani, rest, taking it to the guests, serving it to the guests, getting the plates back, everything I'll take care of. And that is what is cloud computing doing. It is basically making the accessory jobs, making the extensive jobs, making the extension work of DevOps very, very easy, right? And that we understand by rapid deployment and innovation. Then we understand monitoring and performance optimization. Now, obviously, we have made an app, we have developed the app, we have created the app is in operation, people are using it, it is getting automated, it is getting updated, it is taking care of the fixes, it is doing everything. But it definitely requires monitoring as well, right? So the cloud has tools to constantly check on the app to make sure it's working fine, kind of like having a health app which takes care of your fitness. Every day at the end of the day, I have that habit of checking my Google Health on how many steps did I walk, what's going on with my health, how was my activity throughout the day. So that is what even cloud does. It just keeps a track on the hygiene, on the health of the app, right? So that if there is anything that requires immediate attention, it is indicated to the DevOps team and then they get into action and the problem is solved. So basically, it also is involved in maintenance, cost efficiency and resource optimization, a very, very, amazing advantage. Using cloud resources in DevOps is often cheaper and smarter. It's like paying for a gym membership only when you go instead of buying the gym equipment for home. Same again example of MS Word using MS Office and Canva, the free features. There are so many different features that we use on the internet without actually buying the official software, buying the paid version of it. The same the DevOps also do. With the help of cloud, today they can take care of so many different features that help to work their app efficiently without actually purchasing the entire software, right? And that is what cloud enables the DevOps to do. It gives them those services. They can pay for a limited subscription, they can pay for a selective subscription, and their work is taken care of. So again, when you talk about cost effectiveness, as I told you, cloud computing is the best friend of DevOps. It is helping it to run the show efficiently. Last but not the least, the last few features, we have got extra security. Cloud providers take good care of the security, which means that apps and the data are well protected, like having a top-notch security system for your online stuff. Imagine the apps which are dealing with financial data. Imagine the apps which are dealing with investments. Imagine the apps that are dealing with assets. So there the data is super confidential. You don't want your colleague to know how much you have invested in this investment app, how much SIP you're paying in this investment app. So it is very important to keep that data safe. It is very very important to keep that data protected and safeguarded. And that all is possible with the help of cloud. So cloud is keeping the data safe. DevOps are developing, operating, giving it to the user. Later on, all the processing, all the working, all the extension tasks are taken care by the cloud. So cloud not only takes care of collaboration, scalability, flexibility, cost, monitoring and updation and any kind of tool integration, but it also takes care of the security. So what do we understand from this informative session? Very small but very informative piece of session, that DevOps is a team which consists of developers and operations, which will create the app and get that, execute that app and then give it to the user. After that, all the different processes that you can think of, whether it is scalability, flexibility, maintenance, monitoring, updation, tool integration, security, all of that is taken care by the cloud. Also, time to time, at every instance, cloud computing helps the DevOps to do their work efficient, whether it is collaboration, whether it is accessing certain features, right? So that is how cloud computing and DevOps, they work in an integration. And now let us look at certain DevOps tools and how do they become the biggest game changers of the game. So let's find out about certain DevOps tools which will give us further insight into this amazing learning program. And yeah, let's find out. So on number one, we have got Jenkins. Now I'm sure you have heard about this because it is like a robo which helps the developers by automatically handling the boring tasks. All the boring stuff, it's done by this tool, that is Jenkins. So it helps in checking if there is a new code. So first of all, they will check if there is a new code, if it is working well, and if it can be added to the existing code without any issues. So you have made a new code, the developer, they have made a new code. Jenkins works like a robot to check if this code is working well. Okay, if it's working well, then they will check whether this new code can be added to the existing code without any issues, right? Then they will make it easier for the teams to update their software, ensuring everything runs smoothly. So, they are like, okay, now you have made the program. Now you have made the code, just relax. I'll do everything for you, bro. I'll check if the code is working well. I'll check if it can be added to the existing code, and I will do everything so that, the process is running smoothly. And that is what Jenkins does, right? It will make it very, very easy to update the software and make everything run smoothly. The next tool that we have with us is the Git, which is also called as version control. Now Git is like a super smart diary for computer code. It is like, the super smart thing that you need. It will keep a track of all the changes that you have made to the code, right? It will keep a track of all the changes in the code. So if there is anything that goes wrong, you can easily find and fix the problem. So, basically it is keeping a track. Okay, you have made this change. Okay, you have made this change. Okay, you have made this change. There it has gone wrong. Pop! It will help you to identify it without wasting any time, right? Also, it is very useful when many people are working together, because it will help them work together without messing up each other's code. Suppose there are 20 people developing it. So, it will keep a track of every change that is coming, and if there is anything that needs to be fixed, immediately Git will help you to identify and fix it. So, it's like, as they said, a super smart diary. It will take care of all the records. It will keep a track of all the records, the changes in the code. So that is about Jenkins and Git. On number 3, we have got the Docker. So it is like a shipping container. What do we call Docker? Shipping container. It will pack an application with everything it needs, like libraries and settings, so the app can run perfectly in the system. So it will just give all the packing, everything it will do, and it will make it sail on the system. It will, it means that a program will work the same way on your laptop and on your friend's computer, even if it's a big server. So, like everything that needs for that application to run smoothly, whether it is a laptop or a system or a mobile phone or a tablet, everything, everywhere, it will run absolutely smoothly thanks to Docker. What is Docker? Where the ships are loaded and unloaded. So that is why it is called as the shipping container. So it will just pack everything, it will assemble everything together, and sayonara, it will make sure that the ship sails smoothly, whether it is sailing in the computer or the laptop or the phone or the tablet, anything. So it does that. That is the Docker. Very easy to remember because of the name. The next that we have on the list is Puppet. Cute, sweet, amazing. It is a tool that will help to manage and set up lots of computer or servers automatically. So it will help you to manage everything on its own. Instead of setting up each computer manually, which can be repetitive, and obviously there can be a lot of errors because humans, they get bored, they get tired of doing the same thing again and again. Puppet will do it automatically and consistently. Why? Because it is a tool. It is not human to get tired or to get bored of it. So it will set up all the systems consistently without any error, without getting tired. It's like having a set of instructions like that all the computers will follow to set themselves up. So nice, no? You like just press a button and all the systems do the job on their own without you having to put any input, and that too seamlessly. So that is what the Puppet does. It will so if you want to relate Puppet to a puppy, so basically it is that cute thing which everybody finds very adorable. So that is what Puppet is. It will set up every system, every server on its own, right? Then we look at the next one on the list, and that is Kubernetes. So Kubernetes, it's like a traffic controller. So what have we called it? We have called it a traffic controller for all the applications that run using containers or Dockers. So it's like a traffic controller. It will check, it will assess, it will make sure that you get that pause that you need. It will help to organize and manage the containers, especially when there are lots of containers, making sure that they are running well and the resources are being utilized. Kubernetes can also automatically adjust if the traffic goes up and down, like adding more lanes to a highway when it gets busy. So it is basically making the movement of the application smooth. So it will assess it, it will make sure that it's running well. If there is a lot of traffic, it will make way for it. If it is less traffic, it will run it fast. So that is why, for example, if there is a particular website where there are crores of people accessing the same website at the same time, the website gets slow, right? So that is how the Kubernetes helps to, if there is a lot of traffic, it will make way so that the running keeps happening. And if there is less traffic, it will make sure that it is running very fast. So that is what Kubernetes does. It controls the traffic. In a way, it controls the amount of busyness or the activity on the application. The next one that we have on the list, last but not the least, is Terraform. So what is Terraform? It will help you to create and change the computer system automatically with the help of code. Instead of manually setting up servers and services, you tell that what you want in a code language, and Terraform will build it for you like ChatGPT, right? So you just enter it with the help of coding, what all do you need, and it will automatically change the system on its own. It's great for handling complex system and works with many different cloud services. So it works with a lot of different cloud services, and when it comes to handling complex system, when you need to make a lot of changes to a lot of different systems which are very, very complex, well, Terraform makes your job easy. You just have to enter the right code. So these were certain DevOps tools which are super handy, super useful, and super amazing when it comes to handling applications. And that was about the DevOps tools. And with this, we continue to learn about DevOps with Learnbay.